was linked, I think, last week, but Fabrizio Romano and then clarifies everything and says, no, Al-Nassr is not looking for Edison. I don't think Al-Nassr is looking for Edison. But maybe because now we have a problem of a goalkeeper, if maybe we are not going to put our trust on Nawaf Al-Akidi, maybe it might happen that it might happen that we buy we participate on this issue of Edison. But what about Dibu, the Martinez? Because now, but the only I saw something. If Aston Villa participated, get the goalkeeper of Antwerp, it might happen that. But if it happens like that, that Inigo Martinez will get a replacement, then I think Aston Villa will allow Martinez to leave, and then that's exactly where we can then get in. And because I don't see him going to Manchester United. Remember, Manchester United is myself first. So if Manchester United is looking for a goalkeeper, they must sell Onana. And for now, there is no bid for Onana. No one is looking for Onana. So it will be impossible for them, actually, it will be impossible for Manchester United to sell Onana. And we are not looking for Onana as Al-Nassr. We are not looking for Onana. But Martinez, if they get this goalkeeper, which is wanted by Manchester United, that's why we can squeeze and then get that goalkeeper. It's very important because I don't know if we can rely for long on Nawaf Al-Akidi. He played very well, but against that team, Almeria, because we are not going to play against Al Tawun. I mean, remember, this Al Tawun is not the Al Tawun which is in form. He will have to face Ivan Anthony. He will have to face Ivan Anthony, face Alexandra Mitrovic, Malcolm, face Darwin Nunes. So it's not going to be easy if it's not a. But I believe we can rely on him for now. But if possible, can Al-Nassr hijack and get the goalkeeper today? It will be around 2 o'clock, I think, in Europe. In South Africa, of course, it's going to be around 12 o'clock. It's going to be around 2 o'clock South African time. Of course, in South Africa, it's going to be the real time. But it's going to be around 12 o'clock all in all, before the 12 o'clock midnight. And then with Laporte, Atletico Bilbao, they have to agree with because remember their first bid was rejected by Al-Nassr. Their first bid was rejected. So if they want their player, they must increase that. They must increase their bid. They must increase that bid. But with Otavio, it's quite with Otavio. I don't know what is happening, but then we have two players, which is Otavio and Laporte. There's a link of Otavio to Atletico Madrid. I mean, the way Atletico Madrid needs Otavio. They need Otavio now. Unless if they are looking at that and say, we might get Otavio, but our problem is going to be one. We're going to have a problem that is not fit. I mean, they are suffering through injuries. I don't know what is happening. Next time, Al-Nassr must look at the players of Man City. Man City, we bought Laporte, and we bought Laporte. I mean, believing that we are buying a player, but he's an injury prone. I mean, I don't like to call players injury prone, but I mean he's suffering through these injuries and more of these injuries. I don't know, and he was like a bench player at Man City, but now when you look at him, he's like an injury prone. And then we're going to do this live, and then we're going to do live between 3 and 2. We're going to do this thing. Al-Ittihad won yesterday, 5-2. They were playing against Al-Dud. Yeah, they were playing against Al-Dud. They won 5-2. Therefore, all the big teams except Al-Shabaab, but almost all the big teams. Al-Qasiyah won 2-1. One to one. What is this thing? Al Arabi and then Al Ali Saudi. Is it a pre-match? Is it a pre-season practice match? I don't know, but it seems like they are playing today. Yes, but then for Laporte, if he is leaving Laporte, he must. This is his last day. So Al Hilal won 5-2, of course. 2-1, 2-0, 2-0. So if we really need to win the league, I mean, their start, all of them, Al Ali won, Al Ittihad won. It shows you how bad is that team which was playing with Al-Qasiyah, because Al-Qasiyah is not playing well. This season, Al-Qasiyah. No, Al-Qasiyah is not playing well. It's not playing well. Even Al-Ittihad. Therefore, Al-Dud and Najman, they will be relegated. They will be relegated come the end of the season. They scored 2, but it shows you, I mean, the way they are playing this season. No. Al-Ittihad, the way Al-Ittihad, the start of the season, I mean, if they really want to win, we'll try, guys. Maybe 3 times or 4 times a week to do the live until we are used to these lives. Let me see something here. Today is going to be a very busy, it's going to be a busy day because most of the players, today is a closing day, so even for Al Hilal, Malcolm is there, so the links that were there were links which says Malcolm will leave. Now Malcolm is there, and it seems like it's going to be the player of Al Hilal. Malcolm is there. I don't know with Maltrovic, will he leave? But they don't have a striker. I don't see him leaving actually. I don't see him leaving. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't know if I, but I don't believe that Nawaf Al-Akidi will be that player. So so if really we need we'll get a goalkeeper. Therefore, Bento will be loaned because I don't see anyone coming for Bento. We might what we the easy thing is to take to put Lento on loan somewhere, maybe to Al Shabaab. Or there's many teams in the Saudi which can sign Bendo for a loan. Many of them, because we won't agree to stay to warm the bench. So I believe if Bento what about that player from Internazionale in Brazil? He's an under 19. Can we sign him today? He's a forward. Mateo, I think it's Mateo. Really, Atletico Bilbao, if they want Laporte, they must put money on the table. I'm happy Al-Nassr never agrees with Laporte to cancel his contract, to terminate his contract. That is not the deal. The deal is that he's a player of Al-Nassr, he'll play for Al-Nassr, but if Al-Nassr, now we got in that on that position of selling or to split, then we'll sell him. Al-Nassr will sell him. Then I agree with that decision. I agree with that decision. So and then we have to sign a midfielder. But please, if we sign a midfielder, I believe they must get a midfielder from the Saudi league. We are not going to be able to sign any midfielder from outside Saudi Arabia. If we do so, we must know that that midfielder then is not going to play most of our matches on a Saudi league, because on a Saudi league, of course, we have reached those numbers of our players. So it must be the number of. We must be careful with that number of 8. Of course, the transfer season is closing today, but it will continue in Saudi until I think around the 10th. For extra 10 days actually. So we'll be fine with the Saudi players. We can manage them for the remaining 5 days. 10 days or 9 days, let's say. But when we say we're going to buy a player from Europe just like that, to do, because if we will get that player, we'll finally sign another player, a midfielder from Europe, then we are left with one option, but to register that player on Champions League 2. And we can win the Champions League to with the current players. With the current players. So we must be careful. With the current players. So if we do that, we must be careful with those players of the but and then you know what Fabrizio what Fabrizio is confirming is like, when on the issue of Laporte that is going to leave, Laporte will end up leaving today. Therefore, Atletico Bilbao it might happen that they will meet that deal with Al-Nassr. So it's going to be, therefore, it's gonna leave. Is gonna leave. Now the problem is Otavio, but I think Otavio, whatever what is happening, Otavio will end up leaving. He might not go to Europe, but end up somewhere between Al-Qadisiyah and Al-Qadisiyah, because Al-Qadisiyah shows their interest on Otavio. So I'm interested on it seems like, is it Martinez, a minimum, what's his name? Um, it seems like Manchester United, they have, what is going on? Will they? It's, are they going to sell Onana? Man United, are they going to be able to sell Onana? Because for Man United to get Martinez, they must sell Onana. Not for financial fair play. For Of course, they need a goalkeeper. Watching them yesterday on that game, they are looking for. They I want to see if really Manchester United, they have put a bid for Martinez. Emi Martinez. No, no, it's still a rumor. How are they going to be? They are not going to without selling Onana. They have to sell Onana first. So of course they can wish to have him. He's a very good player, very good goalkeeper. But they have to sign Onana first. They have to sell Onana first. So I just wish we could just get a goalkeeper. Um, so so with this issue of Martinez, I don't see it might happen, but of course um, we must take that chance. We must capitalize on that. Um, he wants to leave Aston Villa. He wants to leave Aston Villa. I think he wants to win a league. I think he wants to win something. He's been playing um, at Aston Villa for many years now. They don't win anything actually. It's better for him to be signed with Newcastle. Newcastle, it seems like they have more chances of winning something than Aston Villa. Even if I don't think the problem is him not winning the league, I think it's the problem is they don't even contest for the league. They don't even contest for the league. So I think that's the problem. Of course, as a player and a player of that quality, he will want to contest for the league. Okay, guys. It seems like our live from now on. Then we'll continue with these lives, guys. Tomorrow we'll look at the. I mean. Oh, the standing on the league and everything. We'll look at. Analyze the games of this week, starting from Friday. Yesterday we started on Thursday. I think on Thursday, yeah, there were two games, three games on Saturday, and then on Friday three again, or four. I think three or three, and then yesterday I think three or four. I don't know if there's any games today, but it's no, nothing. Nothing. What are you waiting for? If you don't subscribe, guys, so that we can grow the channel. We must grow this channel. This is a community, another community, where we're going to put our opinions here without anyone instructing. This will be your show. This will be your show. I'm still new, but I will learn. We'll learn together. Those who knows will correct us, of course, but we will grow. We'll see each other, guys, around 2-3. You will put a notification so that if we immediately, then you're going to get the notification that we are live. I'm concerned with Mane. The African Cup of Nations will play around December, and Mane will be part of we'll lose money. Therefore, we have to. I want to see Abdul Harib. I want to see him, how he's playing, because he's the one who's going to, I think, maybe Wesley, but I think he's going to be, between him and Wesley, one of them is going to replace Mane. Between him and Wesley. But that boy, I think that boy, that is why our coach is looking for that boy of international Brazilian team internationally. That maybe he'll be part of that team which is going to replace, he will work together with Wesley, rotate with Wesley on that position. At the back, we have Bento, we have this and this, and then we have this and this. Oh, it's only money. I think it's only money. All right, guys. Let's see. I think that's enough. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. Please like the video.